Colorado Governor Jared Polis wasted no time responding with a clear message to President Biden. It's about time. As Polis reminded the president, this recommendation comes nearly a year after Biden promised a review of cannabis's Schedule I status and a pardon for low-level federal cannabis offenders. As we've previously discussed on the show, although this move to Schedule III isn't the descheduling that we want, it would pave the way for more research, tax exemptions for cannabis businesses, and significant nod to the plant's medicinal value. But let's remember this: that's a big if. The DEA has been known to block cannabis reform efforts in the past. Now, I sat down with Governor Polis while shooting our Denver episode of Hitting the High Road, and he made it clear how he wants cannabis regulated in his state.
Well, what we've chosen to do in Colorado is to regulate marijuana like alcohol. Mm-hmm. And that's really what the federal government should do. There are, making sure that alcohol and tobacco and other controlled substances are safe. And there are federal excise taxes and regulations of those, keeping them out of the hands of kids, all that stuff. But it shouldn't be banned. You don't buy liquor from your pharmacist.
Exactly.
And it's the same with recreational marijuana.
When it comes to medical cannabis, he would like to see some sort of involvement with the pharmacies. I personally don't see how that would work. But back to the letter, Governor Polis praised Biden's administration for their efforts, stating that this is a historic moment. He confidently asserts that public support for federal legalization, along with billions of dollars of tax revenue from the states that have legalized adult use pot sales, is enough proof that rescheduling is imminent. Now, in Colorado, the drill is growers are taxed about 15% and on their harvest, and dispensaries can see up to 30%. Polis noted that the international drug treaties won't be a problem since the U.S. has technically already broke them by allowing states to legalize the plant. But rescheduling won't fix everything. As Polis mentions, it will likely have very minimal direct impact on criminal justice reform by those hurt by the failed war on drugs, as prohibition remains intact and state laws won't automatically change that. But he does believe that this reform could be a rallying point for young voters come 2024. A financial highlight, the move could reduce the enormous tax sales burdens that on the legal market. Currently, as you know, due to IRS Code 280E, linked to Schedule I status, cannabis businesses can see tax rates up to 70%. If shifted to Schedule III, this burden could be significantly reduced, not to mention financial institutes might finally be open to serving cannabis businesses. Now, Polis concludes with a nod to the struggles that the local cannabis industry has faced. He warns of the urgency needed, stating, "Let's celebrate the progress, but let's work together to get the job done now, or to finish the job." Now, I know this isn't the move that we wanted, but it is another step in the right direction. If the move is to reschedule, then hopefully it's a temporary one and it doesn't take us another 100 years to rightfully deschedule this plant. I'm Stone Slade, reporting for the High at 9 News Hour.
Finish the job? That's not what our government does.
No. Gonna drag this out.
I didn't know that he was a finisher like that.
We may need a finisher.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get finished, you gotta hit a strip mall, man.
Man, oh man.
I
mean, just because he's urging them to move forward doesn't mean it's going to move forward. First of all,
no, definitely not.
No, definitely not. But I mean, I think Biden needs any help, any push along Biden can get would be good for Biden.
I'm pretty sure safe banking is the final destination on their mind.
I think it's passed.
Biden's an example of internal bias that keeps dragging this shit out.
Go for it, Tony. Go for it, Tony.
I think that it's past that. I think that what he said, and shout out to Stone for such a great interview. I appreciate you, Stone. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much, because what the governor said was something that was so compelling that now anyone who heard it, who really listened, not just heard what he said and then they really listened to what he said. He said there's billions of dollars legally that we've got from this already. And he said you don't go to your pharmacist to get a beer.
Mm-hmm.
So the correlation that he made was so simple yet so honest that it's gonna be too hard to continue to ignore when you have all of these states that are bringing in billions of dollars in tax revenue alone. We're not even talking about how the economies are benefiting from cannabis sales and how money is going back into the communities. We're just talking about in taxes alone, they're raising billions of dollars. And he says something which was very important. You do not go to the pharmacist for your alcohol. Yet more people die and car accidents related into people drinking and driving than they do actually on marijuana. How many people are getting in cars and smacking the people high on weed, and how many people are killing themselves intoxicated on alcohol?
Yep, we covered a prohibitionist piece focused specifically on that yesterday, Tony. But I will say this is that the governor, to me, is actually contradicting himself with that statement because of the fact hold on, let me show you where I'm going with this. Because he says that you don't go to a pharmacy to purchase your cannabis, right? Okay, you go to beer.
No.
Okay, and they want to treat it like alcohol. So then why in the world would he be urging President Biden to push it to Schedule 3? Because that is what is ultimately imminent, is because Schedule 3 drugs can only be dispersed through a pharmacy. Okay? So therefore, once it goes to Schedule 3, I don't think that every state is going to allow for dispensaries to automatically to have pharmaceutical status, and I'm pretty sure that the DEA ain't going to be for that either.
I don't think that, and I don't think that it goes to Schedule 3. I think that they're going to have to just take it off the schedule. I think they're going to have to start treating it a lot.
Well, that's what we want. That's what we want. We want it descheduled.
And what I'm trying to tell you is this: even by him saying it, that I'm not saying what he said. I'm saying that he said something that, if you're listening, the argument is clear as day right then and there. So we know that they're going to try to get rich with the pharmaceutical companies. They're all in bed with them. We're not even saying that. I'm saying that if you listen to what he said, he put it out there where there is no real argument. Even if he tries to come back with anything about, oh, it needs to be Schedule 3 or whatever, you could literally just say to him, but you even said it yourself. You don't go to a pharmacy to get a beer.
And that's why I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying
I actually go pick my wife up beers at CVS right around the corner, though.
And you can get wine there too. That's you get alcohol.
Oh man,
Man,
We got better deals than Vons, man.
Well, look at you, fancy pants.
oh man. You know,
It's because the gas stations in California knows if you got to come there and pay ridiculous amounts of money for gas, you're gonna have to pay $1 extra for water too. So you're just smart enough to know not get caught up in the crunch of the gas station debacles, and you're just smart enough to know to go to CVS and get it with a coupon.
I think it's interesting that CVS no longer sells cigarettes, but they do sell liquor.
oh boy,
They got to get their money somehow. Some poison got to get pushed.
Oh boy,
And maybe soon cannabis.
Right?
you guys are funny. You guys are
Go pay
funny.
cannabis.